Most people don't feel broke because they're bad with money. They feel broke because no matter how hard they work, how carefully they budget, or how responsible they try to be, the numbers never seem to move in their favor. You get paid. You pay bills. You make your minimum payments. You avoid luxury purchases. And yet, nothing really changes. The balance is still there. The pressure is still there. And the feeling of being behind never goes away. For millions of people, this frustration isn't caused by laziness or poor discipline. It's caused by the credit card system itself. Because credit cards don't just help you spend money. They quietly shape how long you stay stuck. When most people get their first credit card, it feels like progress. You're approved. You're trusted. You've made it into the financial system. Credit cards are marketed as protection, as convenience, as a smart financial move. Use it responsibly, they say. Build credit, they say. Pay on time, and everything will work out. But what they don't explain is that the system isn't designed for you to win quickly. It's designed for you to stay. Credit card companies don't make most of their money from people who pay their balance in full every month. They make their money from interest, from fees, from people who carry balances for long periods of time. And that changes everything. Because once you carry a balance, the rules shift, quietly but aggressively. Imagine this. You put $3,000 on a credit card. Not on something irresponsible. Maybe it was rent, car repairs, medical bills, groceries during a tough month. You don't miss payments. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But the interest rate is high, so every month a large part of your payment goes toward interest instead of the balance itself. You're paying, but you're not progressing. Months pass, then years. And suddenly you realize something uncomfortable. You've paid thousands, but you still owe almost the same amount. This is where minimum payments become dangerous. Minimum payments are framed as flexibility, as relief, as help. But minimum payments are not designed to help you escape debt. They're designed to keep the account alive. They keep you calm enough to continue. They keep the balance profitable. They keep interest flowing. You're not paying off debt. You're maintaining it. And that's why so many people say, I've been paying this card forever and it never disappears. That feeling is real. Because the math is working exactly as intended. Now add rewards to the mix. Cashback, points, miles. It feels like you're being compensated for spending. 1% here, 2% there. Special categories that rotate every few months. But if you carry a balance, the interest you pay is far greater than the rewards you earn. You might earn $25 in cashback while paying $300 in interest. The rewards don't exist to help you save money. They exist to make spending feel smarter than it actually is. Here's an uncomfortable question to sit with for a moment. If credit cards were truly designed to help people get ahead, why do the people who use them the longest often feel the most trapped? This is where real life enters the picture. Most people don't use credit cards for luxury lifestyles. They use them because life is expensive. Groceries cost more. Rent keeps rising. Energy bills fluctuate. Insurance premiums increase. And savings don't always keep up. So the credit card becomes the buffer. At first, it's temporary. I'll pay it off next month. I just need it this one time. But once the card becomes your backup plan, it stops being a tool and becomes a dependency. As income increases, credit limits increase too. Not because you're richer, but because the system trusts you to carry more debt. You don't suddenly feel wealthy. You feel capable. Capable of handling emergencies. Capable of covering gaps. Capable of saying yes a little more often. But the danger is delayed. You don't feel the cost immediately. You feel it months later, when the statement arrives and the balance won't move. This is why credit card debt feels heavier than other types of debt. There's no finish line, no countdown, no clear end. Just an ongoing obligation that follows you everywhere. It's in the back of your mind at the grocery store, when you check your bank account, when you consider a vacation, when you think about quitting a job you hate. Debt quietly limits your options. And over time, That pressure changes how you see yourself. Most people don't have one credit card. They have several. A main card for everyday spending. A rewards card for specific categories. Maybe a travel card. Maybe a store card. Maybe a 0% card that didn't stay zero. Individually, none of these feel dangerous. But together, they create mental overload. Multiple balances. Multiple due dates. Multiple minimums. And suddenly, managing money feels like juggling, not planning. This is why getting ahead feels impossible. You work harder. You earn more. But the relief never arrives. Raises disappear into balances. Side hustles feel pointless. Motivation fades. Not because effort doesn't matter, but because the system absorbs progress before you feel it. When effort doesn't lead to relief, people lose hope. Credit cards aren't evil, but they are not neutral. They are tools built inside a system that profits from delay, complexity, and long-term dependence. Understanding this doesn't mean you failed. It means you're finally seeing the game clearly. And once you see the game, you can decide how much you want to play. So here's the final question to leave you with. If you stopped using credit cards tomorrow, would your life actually feel more limited, or would it feel lighter? That answer might tell you more about your financial reality than any credit score ever could.